Hey everybody, Mike from LA1 here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be discussing who do I think is going to replace Jimmie Johnson in the 48 car in the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series. Now keep in mind, these are my personal opinions only. So we're going to be discussing from the three series, meaning Monster Energy, Xfinity, and the Gander Outdoor Series. Now let's just get this one out of the way. Let's just get this out of the way. Kyle Larson is not getting it. Larson isn't getting it because he said that stupid thing earlier. Because he said that stupid thing on Easter at that iRacing event. And since Hendrick Motorsports uses Chevrolets, that's not going to do much. So don't expect him to get the ride. Sorry, but that's the honest truth. So Kyle Larson won't be getting the 48. But let's talk about some of the other favorites on here, starting with probably the odds-on favorite right now at this point, Brad Keselowski. I mean, his contract with Penske is coming up. He won the Coke 600. Now, granted, due to Chase Elliott losing in the pits. Although to be fair, he recovered quite nicely after that terrible pit call. But I think Brad Keselowski could be a good coming home story. And honestly, this could be a good short-term get. That way, if there's someone in the Xfinity series that's going to get the call-up soon down the line, or a future star talent in the making down the line, we'll get to that in a second, Brad Keselowski could be a good short-term get. Now, another name that's been tossed around is Corey LaJoie. Now, here's my thing with LaJoie. He's technically still a relative newcomer in the Monsters in the Cup Series, so it's probably still too early for him. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like Corey LaJoie. Next one, Erik Jones. We obviously know why. Christopher Bell signed a 1-year an extension with Joe Gibbs, meaning Erik Jones might be could very well be on his way out, or I could be wrong and it could be Denny Hamlin, because his contract's up next year. I could see Gibbs possibly letting him go, but the thing is, we'll give up on him. Keep in mind he's only 23. So, yeah, that's why he's near that list. Who's taking over that ride right there? Daniel Hemrick's name has come up, but let's be honest, Childress called him up way too soon. I think he needs a little more time in the Xfinity series. Here's one of my other personal picks. My main personal pick, should Brad Keselowski resign or go somewhere else, Matt DiBenedetto. Because this guy has been so consistent in his short time in the Cup Series. Even made a team like Levine and the Wood brothers, and made it into close to a chase contender. I mean, look what he's doing right now with the Wood brothers. The Wood brothers could be in the playoffs, all because of Matt DiBenedetto. Which is why, if Keselowski doesn't get it, I'm hoping Matt DiBenedetto gets the 48, because I think he's worth the major opportunity. And I don't know how long his contract is up, but if DiBenedetto stays with the Wood brothers, which honestly they love him, I don't know why they want to keep him. I don't know how long Bubba Wallace's contract is up, but honestly, he could definitely be a long shot candidate for another short-term get. So my personal pick is either Brad Keselowski, Matt DiBenedetto, and Bubba Wallace. And if somehow he still gets another shot, Daniel Suarez being the long shot for the Cup drivers. As for Xfinity, there's a couple of names here I want to point out. One of them being Noah Gragson. Now I know people are saying he's still unproven. Yes, he is. But the thing is, I could see him being the long-term replacement for Jimmie Johnson. But the thing is, he's not quite ready yet. Which is why I think you need a short-term guy, say a DiBenedetto, a Keselowski. Which is why Noah could definitely fit that void. Another name that's been coming up is Tyler Reddick. Now, this one I would like to see, but the thing is, he's still under a Childress contract. And if they could somehow get him, this could get relatively interesting. Another long-term guy I could see getting the 48, if he wasn't under a furniture row contract, John Hunter Nemechek. I feel Nemechek is probably one of the closest to an Xfinity call-up that could get him. But the problem is he's under a furniture row contract. Lord knows how long that contract is right now. But it wouldn't surprise me that John Hunter Nemechek gets some consideration. And probably the big elephant, another short-term grab in the meantime, Justin Allgaier. As veteran experience, could be another good short-term get. But if I have to choose my top three, it'll be either, well, there's Christopher Bell. His name has been coming up. So it's either, and, oh boy. I know some people say, oh, Hendrick's going to get Chastain. Here's the thing with Chastain. He's under a Chip Ganassi contract for one more year. And I don't see Ganassi giving up on Ross Chastain. Now that Larson has gotten the boot, that 42 ride next season is all but Chastain's at this point. That's all I can say. So it's either, so here are my top three picks. It'll be Tyler Reddick, John Hunter Nemechek, and Noah Gragson. With the long shot being Ross Chastain. Now this is probably this is probably the real long shots here, that being the Truck Series. And the first one is Brett Moffitt. This one I would really like to see. Keep in mind, he's only in his 20s, right around the same time Jimmie Johnson started. And he already has a championship under his belt, which that could definitely sweeten the deal for Rick Hendrick and Jeff Gordon. And not to mention, GMS is a Hendrick Alliance partner. This could be a possible fit right here with Brett Moffitt. But if anyone from the Truck Series is likely to get it, it will be Brett Moffitt. Now, if I have to choose two other people that I could see considering getting it, it could be either Harrison Burton, but the thing is, he's really green, but I really like what I saw in him in the Xfinity race, so he has a lot of potential. And okay, so I don't know what you guys are thinking. What, Matt Crafton? He's a truck guy for life. He doesn't need it. But honestly, with him being a 3-time Truck Series champion, giving him a short contract to give him one more full season at the Cup, why not? I mean, he broke the playoff format last year, so why not? And of course, the big elephant in the room, Sheldon Creed. Now, he's still relatively raw, but I have heard a lot of good things about this kid, and with GMS being a Hendrick affiliate, him getting it could be the long shot. So it's either Brett Moffitt My picks would be Brett Moffitt. Harrison Barton, and Sheldon Creed, with the long shot being Matt Crafton. And there you guys go. Thanks for watching on who I think is replacing Jimmie Johnson in the 48 in 2021.